Hello and welcome to Castic. Today I'm going to teach you how to install Linux alongside Windows or without Windows. So the prerequisites are a bootable pen drive. I'll put up a video on that and I'll put the link in description. And you should have knowledge of how to enter your BIOS mode on your laptop or your computer. Usually it should be F2, F10, F12, or you can Google it. So how to launch the BIOS? Press the power button and instantaneously you have to press the F2, F10 or F12 button, whichever you found. And for Windows you have to first disable fast startup. I have written the steps here on the screen. You can take a screenshot or pause it and disable fast startup if you have Windows. Okay, so plug in your pen drive and select your boot drive as your USB drive, and then this will load on your screen. It will greet us with two options, either to try Ubuntu without installing or try just install it directly without trying. So if you want to have a feel of how Ubuntu looks and how it works, then you can try Ubuntu, but in this tutorial I'm gonna just install it directly. So I'll just go and click install Ubuntu, and you can select your language. In my case it's English, so I'll install Ubuntu, and it will ask you to select your keyboard layout. And now it will ask you for normal installation or minimal installation. In normal installation you can have web browsers and that LibreOffice, free office software and all, and other games also. In a minimal installation it will only install basic softwares. It won't contain the games and all. So I suggest you, if you are a first time user, to go with normal installation. Now if you have Windows installed, you have to click install Ubuntu alongside Windows, but for that you should have a free partition beforehand. So, or if you want to install only Ubuntu, then erase disk and install Ubuntu you have to click. So if you want to install alongside Windows, then you have to create a free partition. And how to create a free partition? For that you'll need Army Partition Assistant tool. I'll put the link in description, you can download it from there. So once you install it, launch it on your Windows computer. Since you have Windows pre-installed, then you have to select your disk which you want to partition. From which you want to allocate free space. You can allocate free space from any disk and you won't lose your data unless your partition size is less than the free space available. It shouldn't be more than the free space available, otherwise you'll lose your data. And you can select any partition. You can even select C, but I won't suggest using C. So what you do is right click on the partition, resize partition, and drag the slider. The unallocated space after would be the space on which your Ubuntu will get installed. So make sure it's between, I'd say, 10 to 100 GBs. No, 20 GBs. Keep it between 20 to 100 GBs. If you want to do a lot of work in Ubuntu, you want to keep videos and all, then 100 GBs would be optimal. Otherwise 20 GBs would be enough for Ubuntu, because you won't be running much heavy software on it. So after we do that, we have to go and click apply, and our disk will get partitioned, so our Ubuntu will get installed on the free space, the unallocated space. You don't have to do anything else. So I'll click proceed. Yes, okay. So depending on which disk you select, it's going to take time accordingly to that disk. If you select C drive, if you allocate space from C drive, then it's going to take approximately 10 to 20 minutes. Otherwise it will take 1 to 2 minutes. So back to our installation, I'll click install Ubuntu alongside Windows, and then it will give me this message that your Ubuntu will get installed on this. So I'll click OK, and now it's copying the files. I've speeded up this to 10x. It's going to take not a lot of time, 2 to 3 minutes depending on your system specs. If you have an SSD, then it's going to take less time, so wait for it to install. Okay, now that it's got installed, it'll ask us to restart the computer. Just remove your USB drive from the computer, the bootable USB drive and click restart now. And here we are at the login screen of our Ubuntu. So that's it. It has gotten installed completely. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button.